Welcome to Boral Connects, a new way of doing business with Boral that has been designed to improve your customer experience while saving you valuable time. We've undertaken extensive research, interviewing customers about the highs and lows of dealing with Boral concrete. Based on this feedback, we've developed some exciting new solutions that will give you greater visibility and control over your concrete orders and deliveries. Our aim is to provide you with near real-time delivery information and transparency of your concrete orders. Placing a concrete order has never been so easy. Follow the simple prompts and order your concrete at any hour of the day. Whether you're on the job site or in the office, you now have the ability to see all current and future orders online. You can now confirm or cancel your order online without having to call our service centre. You can also see when your concrete delivery will arrive on site, which trucks are in transit, when trucks are scheduled for delivery, and be notified when your first truck is leaving the plant. Electronic dockets can be accessed as soon as your truck arrives on site. All of your docket history can be found via our Dockets dashboard, giving you the option to download in bulk or individually as a PDF or CSV file. These are just a few of the exciting new features we're offering, and there's still more to come. Signing up to Boral Connects is easy. Visit boralconnects.com.au.
Every game, an insurance claim. Every investment protected and repairer selected. Every rescue and every brand new. Every trip and travel tip. Every tradie connected and every unexpected. Every day, everything we do helps our members at home, on the road and on holidays too.
Keep on moving on.
Good evening and welcome back to the Velo Football Centre once again. Tonight we had of course, the State League 2 Grand Final last night. Tonight it's the State League 1 Grand Final presented by Boral, where great moments are made. And as you can see on the screen there, it's White City versus West Torrens Birkalla. 1v2, both already promoted to the NPL. I'll be your matchday commentator, Lucas Ronaldo. And joining me once again is Mark Salbert. Mark, welcome.
Thanks for having me again.
It's going to be a very exciting game once again tonight, we think.
Yeah, I think tonight will be a very open affair. Neither team are fighting for promotion. It's just about the trophy.
It's a level playing field, like you say. Two very experienced sides. Of course, Damien Murray at the helm for White City. For Birkalla, they've got Jason Trimboli. These two guys know this, and Trimboli in particular knows all about getting promoted.
He does. He did it with Mowbray. So it's going to be a great affair. You've got two great coaches who have been around a long time, know the game here in SA so well. So I'm expecting big things tonight.
Well, we mentioned that they're both very experienced coaches. Damien Murray has won a lot of silverware, but Grand Finals have been a bit of a struggle for him. He's lost 6 successive Grand Finals. Does that play a part today, and can he break his duck?
I don't think it plays a part. I mean, he wouldn't have even given it any thought, to be honest. He's just worried about getting his players ready for the night.
He's, of course, brought a lot of players with him from Adelaide City. A lot of experience in this team. We'll get to the teams in a moment. We've got the likes of Tommy Love in there as well. This really is a team, you look at it and you look, this is really only 1 or 2 players away from being NPL ready.
Yeah, it is. When you look at the lineup on paper, fantastic looking side. And then you look at their bench as well and you go, wow, like when you look at Kunavelis on the bench and the likes of Cummins on the bench, you've really got some player power there.
It was only goal difference that separated these two sides this season. What's your tip tonight? How do you think they're going to be separated tonight?
I'm hoping tonight will go 90 minutes, and I think White City might just pip them tonight. That's my prediction for tonight.
So Mark's going White City. We will get into the team news, the all-important team news now. And here we are. So we've got White City's team up first. In goal, we've got Dill Chamberlain, who we're actually told it's going to be his last game tonight. He's only 29, but he's decided to hang up the boots. He's in goals for White City. It's a back four of Jacob Butler-Bowden, Jordan Puddler, Shane Tobias, and tonight's captain, Shaheen Nugem. He's not the regular captain. We'll get to that in a minute. Hayden Walter and Antonios Natsiopoulos will anchor the midfield with Carl Phelps at the number 10. And then Tom Love, Stefan Simic as the wide players with Cole Markham leading the line up front. What do you make of that lineup, Mark?
It's experience all over the park, really. I mean, you've got Markham, who scored a couple of goals last week. You're anchored there with Shane and Tobias and Jordan Puddler at the back, who have been around a long time. They know the game. And then you've got a goalkeeper like Dill Chamberlain just to sort them out at the back, who's an ex-under-17 England international, played at some great levels. So it's going to be a great side. And like I say, I'm surprised they didn't take the league out. I think they just got picked on the last day.
And we'll go to Birkalla now. For them, they start with a 4-4-2 diamond. John Solari in goal. It's a back four of JP Cirillo, Chris Ashworth, the captain, Michael Camacho and James Polly. David McCreadis is anchoring that diamond with Yasmin Sudic and Tyrese Conway, Jake Monaco at the other end. Nick Harpas and Luca Trimboli up front. On the bench is a name we might be surprised to see. He's the top goal scorer for Berks this season, Calvin Embarga. And we caught up with the coaches and captains of both sides a little while ago. And up first, we'll start with Jason Trimboli and Chris Ashworth from Birkalla.
Yeah, we're down here with the coach and captain of Birkalla. We've got Jason Trimboli and Christopher Ashwood with me. First, we'll go to you first, Trimmers. How are all the boys looking ahead of this big game tonight?
Yeah, look, we're pumped. We're looking forward to the grand final. We've worked hard all year to get to this point, and we've got 100% of our players to choose from. Everyone's fit, so we're really looking forward to getting out there tonight.
You mentioned that everyone's fit. I think you had one player out with a bit of an odd injury.
Yeah, look, we've had a few people through the finals, but Anthony Quichu started pretty much every game for us, dislocated his shoulder. He's back tonight, so it's great to have him back in the team. And as I said, everyone's pumped in there. We're looking forward to the start of this game, and hopefully we can bring home the double for the club.
And Chris, of course, both teams already promoted. Does that make it a bit different with it being an even playing field, both teams already up?
It does, but then again, we want to win the double. We want to win both trophies, so we'll do whatever it takes to win both.
We've had a few tussles with White City this season. Of course, the 4-0 earlier in the final series. How do you see that affecting tonight?
I don't think it affects us at all. So we had our ups and downs during the season, winning at home and then losing away. So I think it's an even playing field tonight. So we'll see how we go.
No worries. We'll now go to Mark, who's with the coach and captain of White City.
And I'm here with the captain, club captain, and the captain for tonight's game, Shah and Shane Tobias. Shane, how are you feeling tonight about the game?
Yeah, pretty excited for it. I think we come in with a little bit less pressure after Berk's doing a job for us last week against Modbury, so we're excited for it. Less pressure, so just excited to get out there and get the job done.
And missing any players, any key outs or anything like that for the game?
No, we're not. We're pretty stacked as a squad. A few surprises on the bench, but we're looking to come on and do an impact. But no, pretty strong lineup, probably the strongest we've had all year.
And Shah, you've been at the club for a while now. How does it feel to be fighting for the silverware tonight?
Like Shane said, now a big sense of relief after Saturday. Just hoping tonight's a really free-flowing game. Both teams got nothing to lose, and still everything to play for. Obviously, champions of State League 1. Still nice to go in with a trophy and kick off the celebrations right.
And there were some celebrations last week after the promotion. How did the boys pull up after that one?
Everyone was pretty good, actually. I think tonight's going to be a bit harder now you realise that we've actually done it. And like I said, hopefully we can take some silverware back to the club and enjoy it with all our supporters that always come out every week and show us their support. Yeah,
good luck, gentlemen, and all the best for the next season.
Thank you very much.
Great to see you guys.
Great to hear from both sides there. You can see the trophies on the line. You may have heard in the throw at the back end of that, I said coach and captain of White City. We then just heard of the captain and vice captain. That wasn't a mistake. The reason for that is Damien Murray actually told us he doesn't want to speak to us, not because he didn't want to speak to you, Mark. It's because he said it's all about the players. What do you make of that attitude?
I think it's a great attitude. It is for the players tonight. I mean, the coaches do all their hard work behind the scenes, and he just wants the players to shine. It's a great way to look at it, I think.
Yeah, and I'm sure we'll touch on his record in finals throughout the call tonight. But it is great to hear that sort of outlook on it. I presume he wasn't just making an excuse not to talk to you?
Nah, I hope not.
Well, we're etching closer towards kickoff here tonight. And as the players walk out onto the field for the State League 1 Grand Final for 2021, both sides, White City and West Times Birkalla, already promoted, but there are trophies on the line tonight. See some of the players there walking out with the kids. It was great to see the juniors here for last night's grand final in that thriller between Vipers and Adelaide University. Don't forget, we continue our grand final feast this week, tomorrow night. Once again on MPL TV, Facebook and YouTube, we'll have Adelaide City and Adelaide Comets. And then on Saturday at the Summit, we'll have West Adelaide and Salisbury Inter in the MPL Women's Grand Final. But tonight, it's all about State League 1. They're both going to be in MPL, but we've got two very experienced teams out here tonight. Birkalla and White City have had a few tussles this season. We'll get to that. Of course, met each other in the semi-finals. In that one, White City came out on top in the first leg, smashed Birkalla 4-0. Will that be in the memory of the players tonight?
I don't think so. I think it's a one-off game now. So I think the finals there, the first home and away leg, I think that's out the window now.
Of course, other meetings this season, the split, 1 win for White City, 1 win for Birkalla. As we have the presidents about to greet our sides now and wish them luck before this massive encounter. These two sides for White City, they last time they were in the top flight, they were relegated from the MPL in 2016. For Birkalla, they were relegated in 2018. Birkalla, a club with big ambitions. You see Amin Ayubi there, the president. He's involved with the AAFC, the team behind the championship bid, looking to bring a second division to Australian football. We hope we see that at some point.
I think it'd be great for the game. And Birkalla just also introduced a collegiate team to their ranks for next season as well. So I think that's another great move for the club.
They're doing great things out there at Birkalla. And it was a very tight State League 1. Modbury weren't too far behind in third, and hopefully set up for an enthralling encounter tonight. But first, we will stop and hold out for the national anthem of Australia. Nothing sets up a cup final or a grand final quite like the national anthems. And as we head towards kickoff now, we'll have another look at the team lineups. Starting off with White City, as we mentioned, it is a 4-3-3 for them. Dill Chamberlain in goal, Butler Bowden, Pudler, Tobias and Nugent. Walter, Natsiopoulos and Phelps in midfield, with Love, Simic and Markham up front. Lots of Shannon Day on the bench for them. And for Birkalla, it's a diamond for them. Solari in goal with JP Cirillo, captain Chris Ashwood, Michael Camacho and James Polly at left back, David Makridis, Yasmin Sudic, Tyrese Conway and Jake Monaco in midfield. It's a front two of Nick Harpass and Luca Trimboli, of course the son of the coach, Jason Trimboli on the bench, the likes of Calvin Mbaga and Noah Benazekri. We've also, of course, got the officials in the middle tonight. Eric Forza-Stilly as the fourth official, Nick Elligan and Paula Orlandi as our assistant referees. And the man in the middle tonight is Curtis Wordsworth. And just saw a glimpse of the captains there tonight. There's a bit of an interesting situation about the captains for White City tonight, isn't there, Mark?
Yeah, so Shane Tobias has been captain all year, but being the grand final, a few of the older players got together and had decided that Nugent was going to take the armband tonight, being the cup final and his long-standing with the club, which is an amazing gesture.
Absolutely, what a gesture from Shane Tobias. Shows a man of his stature, he's been around a lot of dignity to sort of step down and captain for what would be a massive game.
Oh, definitely. That's huge on his part.
Absolutely. You see Birkalla in the huddle there. Like we mentioned, just pipping White City on goal difference at the top of the league. They've got the White City, on the other hand, they've got the joint best defence in the entire of the South Australian National Premier League this season. That's including the NPL and State League 2 for White City. That's joint with Para Hills, just 17 goals conceded in the regular season. Damien Murray knows how to organise a defence.
He does, and when you've got players like Puddler, Tobias at the back, and then you follow that with Dill Chamberlain, I mean, you're not going to concede many.
And conversely to that, Jason Trimboli's side, a former striker himself, of course, they had the best attack in State League 1 this season with 45 goals scored. Let's hope we have a bit of a goal feast tonight. We wait with bated breath for the whistle. And Curtis Wordsworth gets us underway for tonight's State League 1 Grand Final presented by Boral, where great moments are made between West Torrens, Birkalla and White City. White City going from right to left in the red, blue and white, of course. Birkalla in the yellow and black, and the ball's gone out of play here. Might have a bit of a flat ball, a bit of a false start here, Mark.
It looks a bit that way. Not the best way to start a final, but hopefully they get rid of that one.
Nice,
again.
Nice sportsmanship though, giving it straight back. Ball out of play. Got a touch off Makridis, the defensive midfielder for Birkalla. Works as an architect. He's got just ticked over 250 games in the National Premier Leagues recently. Ball out wide here with White City by the corner flag. And it will be a goal kick, rather. John Solari gets an early touch. Solari, of course, had a bit of experience in the A-League with Adelaide United and Newcastle. Didn't get on the pitch, but a lot of experience gained in that time. His dad actually competed in the Olympics as well for Italy in cycling.
Bit of pedigree there.
Absolutely.
Brother also plays for Sturt this year.
Moved to Sturt from Birkalla last season. Down the line here, intercepted by Natsiopoulos. Nugent to Tobias, the captain and vice-captain linking up. I'll say captain, they're both captains in a way, of course. Here's Harpass. Nick Harpass looking for Trimboli. Came across mid-season from Adelaide City, and we get the first corner of the evening. We saw in our State League 2 Grand Final a lot of corners on display. They were a fixture with those windy conditions. Bit stiller tonight, really perfect football conditions, really. It's a short one here to John Paul Cirillo, and might be a foul on the goalkeeper. The referee just plays advantage. claimed by Dill Chamberlain. If you missed it in the intro, I mentioned he is playing his final game after a lot of experience in the NPL tonight, Dill Chamberlain. And on a high note tonight, here's Tom Love, man for the big occasion, of course. And header by Natsiopoulos just on Tom Love. It's almost impossible to say his name without thinking of that goal in the FA Cup in 2014 against Western Sydney, isn't it?
What a great goal it was too.
And he knows a thing or two. It's not just that one that he scored in big games. In his time, he scored in the first leg against Birkalla in that 4-0 win. That what really was a smashing, wasn't it, that one?
Yeah, it was. I'm not sure where Berks were that day.
Yeah, Jason Trimboli before the game, and Chris Ashwood told us it wouldn't have any effect. Here they come. It's Monaco, Jake Monaco, and almost just flicked in. It was Trimboli, Luca Trimboli coming across. I'm not sure. It looked like an attempt at goal from Monaco originally. We'll have a look here on the replay. And yeah, just came across the hip of Trimboli. Would have been an orthodox opener, wouldn't it?
It would have been, but you take them. It looks like he's got his dad's instincts in the box there.
Yep, he's got 8 goals in 25 games this season, just 18 years old. Joined from Modbury at the beginning of this season. Of course, Jason Trimboli, his dad, was also at Modbury. And a throw in here on that far side that James Polly will take. James Polly spent a year at Croydon, separated by his time at Birkalla, 22-year-old. Turned over here. And White City will come away with it through Stefan Simic, who will play with a lot of experience. To build back through midfield. How do you expect this game to shape up as an attempt on goal that Solari didn't really fancy taking that one, didn't take any chances there.
No, he's trying to push that one away. The ball may have moved in the air a little bit there on him, so trying to take the safest option just to try and get it out the way.
Well, Jacob Butler-Bowden isn't known as a goal scorer, but almost opened the deadlock very early. Although in saying that, he has got 4 goals from 22 games, which for a fullback is pretty good, really.
Not a bad return.
It's a corner here for White City. It's a deep one, and another attempt at goal. White City getting a few chances early on here.
Yeah, they seem to have settled a little bit quicker. What I find fascinating here is that Jordan Puddler's just gone to take a corner. So it's not every day you see your centre-back taking the set pieces. They're normally the ones in the box.
Yep, Jordan Puddler. Player, of course, had spent some time with Adelaide United in their youth system. Also formerly of Adelaide City. And was at Brahma Lodge in the Amateur League last season.
Yeah, he spent some time in the amateur setup. And Damien's obviously managed to convince him to come back out and give it another crack at SL1. And it's proved to work.
Has proved to work this season for sure. Chamberlain to take this goal. Keep mentioned it's his last game tonight. Player with a lot of experience. Actually was in Liverpool's youth system as a junior, and not just as a junior, in the reserve side in 2010, 2011. Would have shared the change room with some big names. And he's really had a fantastic career since coming back to Australia, hasn't he?
He has. He's been great. He's got his own academy as well, so he knows what he's doing there, and he's trying to help the next generation of goalkeepers come through. He's heading up to Mount Barker, so any goalkeepers up there that want some training, highly recommend it.
Definitely some expert training from him. Previously at, of course, White City's arch nemesis Raiders. Also spent some time Northern Demons up in Port Pirie. As we get a corner here for Jake Monaco to take. Be an in-swinger. Monaco, it's a dangerous one for Chamberlain, had to punch it away. They really crowded Chamberlain there, didn't they?
They did. Be interesting to see what they do moving forward on corners, if they continue that and just try and keep that pressure right in that 6-yard box.
Jake Monaco's on the set piece there. He's got a lot of pedigree as well. Was at the Under-17 World Cup representing Australia, of course. in 2011. They played against the likes of Brazil and Denmark, went to the round of 16. That's played against the likes of Marquinhos for Brazil, Pierre-Emil Højbjerg, Denmark. Socceroos in that team like Milos Degenek. We whip across a ball here, and Ashwood just puts his boot through it. Chris Ashwood was sent off in the first leg, which I think definitely contributed to that bit of collapse, the 4-0 result.
Yeah, you would think so, being captain and your centre back. It's hard to replace that when they get sent off.
Doran here for Birkalla. In the previous meetings between these two sides, there was in round 9, White City defeated Birkalla 2-1. Switched around in round 20, a 3-1 win for Birkalla. As they roam through here, bounces out to Nugent. Nice switch of play by Natsiopoulos. Moves it back to Walter. Natsiopoulos will receive it in midfield. Just hassled off it by Jake Monaco, and he'll win a free kick to Monaco. Another one who previously at Raiders joined them this year, from them this year. A lot of players crossing that divide.
Yeah, never used to happen.
Of course, pretty sweet season for White City with them going up. And not the same, of course, Raiders are not enjoying the most successful season in the NPL this year. I think the White City fans will be pretty happy with that one.
I think they will be. At least the supporters still get their chip-up rolls.
Absolutely. It is obviously a highlight of any footballer's season, going down to White City, enjoying the food there. Now they come away with it in midfield. Here's Markham, just looking to tee up Butler Bowden, who was pushing right up there. Butler Bowden mentioned his goal record, healthy goal record from fullback this year. He does like to get forward. Claims of handball aren't heeded. Here's Luca Trimboli, saved, and on the rebound, claims of a pass back there, but did look like more of a clearance, didn't it?
Yeah, it looked more like a clearance. Well down by Chamberlain, as you see in the replay. Got down quickly. Trimboli with a great effort, maybe takes after his dad in the left-footed side of things. But Chamberlain well down, and good save in the end.
Yeah, it was a tight angle, and he did very well to really make Chamberlain work there, Trimboli. Tyrese Conway putting in a tackle. Natsiopoulos. Conway gets a touch. Monaco. High pass with a good first touch. He'll cut back inside. High pass now moves it out to Podley. Whip in with that left peg of his, aiming for Tyrese Conway, and it was just headed away. Another corner there. Shane Tobias getting in the way this time. Just with our Green Play Australia match stats, third corner of the game so far for Birkalla. Let's see if they can make this one count. They've been dangerous already. Left-footed delivery this time. Monaco took it the last occasion, the target, and I think there was a handball in there by Camacho. Camacho with 19 games this season. We'll just have another look at that with the super slow-mo here. Yeah, maybe just coming down on that left arm of his. Drew Chamberlain with another chance. He'll be lapping up every moment he gets in his last game, do you reckon?
Definitely. It's always a special time, sad and special, all in the same breath, really. You go, oh, this is exciting, it's my last game, but then you realise it's you won't get to go training, and you won't get to enjoy these moments again.
We'll see if he has a change of heart at some point. A lot of players do dip out and then dip back in again. He's only, I think, 28, 29.
29, yeah. So he's still got plenty of life in the legs if he feels up to it. You never know, you might see him at Mount Barker soon. They might convince him.
I'm sure they'd love that. Of course, winless season from Mount Barker this year. They definitely wouldn't mind a player of his calibre.
And they've picked up Fleetwood as the coach for next season.
And it's a corner this time for White City. White City with a 1-1 draw in that second leg out at Birkalla. They really didn't matter at that stage. They essentially were almost through. It would have taken a miracle turnaround. And got the job done anyway. Delivery here, and it's a chance, and it's in by Kyle Markham. White City break the deadlock.
A great effort there by Markham. Absolute deadly in the air, and he's just managed to get up above everyone else. Great ball in, and give Markham half a chance these days. And I mean, he scored a couple last week, or in the last game, so give him half a chance, and he's going to put one away.
Kyle Markham, who scored a hat-trick in the first leg in that 4-0 win, comes back to bite Perks once again, and an early lead just 14 minutes into this game. Man who's been lethal this season after joining Adelaide Hills. 12 goals in 17 games in total up front. And it was a typical out-and-out striker's header, wasn't it?
It was. Absolutely excellent. Like I say, got up really well and managed to get over the defender on the goal line.
Trimmers, how unimpressed do you think he'll be with the defending? There was a couple of players up there who could have had a go at it.
The way they just could not compete. Just his physical presence and his leap got him there, and the centre backs or Markham just couldn't get close enough. So if I was Trimmers, I'd be a little bit disappointed that they didn't put enough pressure on him, even if it was just a sort of a lean on the body, just to maybe lose his shape, but just not enough.
And now White City take the lead. Mentioned Damien Murray, of course. 6 grand finals in a row where they haven't won. And with score updates thanks to Green Play Australia, it is 1-0. He may be on his way to breaking that duck. Still a long time to go, of course. And they're going to mark up Kyle Markham as hard as they can this time, because there's another corner for White City.
Interesting to see if they change any variations in their corners. Until they've just scored from one, are they going to try the exact same thing, or look for that variation, try and isolate Markham?
As a former goalkeeper yourself, it was a very crowded box, but it was inside the 6-yard box. A lot of goalkeepers say to come to for those.
No, a lot of people without goalkeeping experience say they should go for that, but sometimes it's just not possible when you've got so many players in your way. I've got to stick up for the goalkeepers there.
John Solari is, of course, a very experienced goalkeeper. Matsiopoulos. Here's Tom Love. And just intercepted there. And Birkalla can come back the other way. Conway. Here's Nick Harpass looking for the switch. It was a nice attempt as he looked for Yasmin Sudic. Here's John Paul Cirillo. Intercepted, and Nugent will come away with it. Markham. Now Cole Phelps. Tom Love with, of course, touched on his goal, his famous goal. Oh, Tyrese Conway's really flew in there. And will he just get a talking to here?
Yeah, he will just get a bit of a talking to, nothing major in that, no card. If he's going to start giving out cards this early, he's going to be in trouble, so I think he's just had a good quiet word.
To be fair, he's really slid in. I think any later in the game he's going in the book, isn't he?
Later in the game, definitely. Definitely, but like I said, I think he's just trying to keep the cards in the pocket at the moment. There's no need to book anyone this early, because it will really hinder the game, so we'll see how card happy he gets towards the end if tackles like that continue to happen.
Corner delivery here. There's nice shape on it. And headed away and then supported by Harpass. Matsiopoulos tussling with it. Here's Sudic. And Cirillo, again, just couldn't quite get the required distance on the clearance. Tom Love. Here's Butler Bowden. Whipped in by him. Headed back. Here's Simic. And Simic's shot just blocked there. And White City aren't letting up.
They're not at all. Great little play there. Getting the ball wide again. Good cross in too.
Lovely delivery by Butler Bowden. And that little head down was very intelligent from Carl Phelps. And yet another corner here for White City. An in-swinger this time. Whipped in and it's a deep one. And Trimboli's able to help it away. I was going to say before with Tom Love, it is of course front of mind for anyone that talks about him that moment against Western Sydney Wanderers in the Cup. Do you think there's an aspect of him that wants to get away with that and would really like to have his own moment here tonight?
I think so. You don't want to be remembered for one piece of work that you've done what was now quite a few years ago. So I think, I think if he can shake that, I think it will just help him continue his progress here.
It's been very good this season for White City in State League 1. Scored 2 goals in 21 games. Butler Bowden coming across to take this throw-in. Down the line and he'll get another attempt at it. Butler Bowden spoke about the FA Cup. He's had experience playing in that as well with the Adelaide Olympic a couple of years ago. And it's yet another corner. The referee here, Wordsworth, is busy pointing to that corner flag tonight, isn't he?
He's had a few for White City, so let's see if they can make this one count as well.
Yeah, they've got a lot of big bodies. Of course, Kyle Markham, after his early goal, will be the man to look out for. But Kyle Phelps,
Matsiopoulos as well is quite tall. So another big lad there.
Yeah, definitely. A lot of players to look out for. Shane Tobias as well. And so corner here for White City. Over it is Jordan Puddler, the centre-back. And here's another good delivery. Jordan Puddler, Simic was there. So was Cirillo. And they just managed to prevent the corner. That's well played by James Polly. Trimboli, and it'll be a free kick here. Good stop-start here in the opening 20 minutes.
It is a little bit, but White City clearly on top. Everything seems to be falling their way at the moment.
Yep, we see on the with the Green Play Australia match stats, 5 free kicks conceded for Birkalla already. And another chance for a team that, if you're just joining us, threatened and scored off a set piece earlier. That's a lovely delivery from Jordan Puddler. It's yes, if you're just joining us, it was an early goal. 14 minutes in from Kyle Markham, one of the most dangerous attackers in the State League 1 this season. Of course, Birkalla, they had a game on the weekend, beat Modbury Jets 2-1. Jason Trimboli against his former club. While White City had that bit of time off. Will that have helped White City as well, that they had that bit of extra break?
Well, it can do. I mean, we saw last night it didn't really help Uni. I thought they struggled more than what the Vipers did. So it depends on how they approach that week. So, but they're showing that they've certainly used it well so far.
Cirillo using the ball well out wide here, but just his cross just tipping over the crossbar of Dill Chamberlain, who's just shy of 150 games in the National Premier Leagues. Stylistically, with Murray's side and Trimboli, from what you've seen in this opening 22 minutes, What do you make of the two systems in play here today?
They're both trying to keep the ball. I find that McCready's is key for the way Birkalla play. When he gets on the ball, he sets everything in motion from that deep line position. And White City play a lot faster. We're trying to play a lot faster, get the ball forward quickly. So it is two different styles. It's quite interesting and intriguing to watch.
He's the captain, Chris Ashwood. Cirillo, who he's the vice captain there. He's been involved in the leadership group for a while, but a few injuries this season. Hope we'll be able to see him play again in 2022.
Well, hopefully he stays on for the club's sake to be that leader and use his experience.
31 years old, closing in on 200 National Premier League games. Here's Jake Monaco, another player with a lot of experience, coming across over to take this corner for West Torrens Birkalla. The 9th corner between both sides tonight, and here's a chance, Tyrese Conway! And it was a great reaction saved by Dill Chamberlain.
Yeah, Conway just couldn't get it out of his feet. He's got the head of the first bite, but Chamberlain stood up to that one, and then with the rebound just couldn't quite get it out of his feet properly.
Seemed almost surprised to see it land on his head.
And more surprised that it came back to him.
Yeah, he's, I'm told, quite a handy cricketer, Tyrese Conway. Used to using his reactions. He just couldn't quite react quick enough there. It's a chance here for Phelps. And yet another corner. 10 corners, I believe, according to our Green Play Australia match stats, in the opening 24.5 minutes.
It's a lot of corners. Just shows you how both teams are attacking. They're both going for it.
All the defenders here putting their bodies on the line with a trophy on the line. It's Jordan Pudler once again over the set piece. The outswinging corner, and Cole Phelps this time in an almost identical position to what Cole Markham scored from.
Yeah, great positioning there, great ball in. Clearly a set piece they work on is hit that front post. When you've got the likes of Phelps and Markham in those areas, he just couldn't quite get over the top of it. Just a little bit behind him, couldn't quite get over the top, and he's just pushed it over the bar.
With the State League One, of course, you can find those games on NPL TV. Do you think maybe Maury's done a bit of scouting in the team at White City, along with his assistant Jonas Sally, and seen a weakness that they don't defend that near post?
Possibly. I mean, all the coaches these days it's all hot on the replays and analysing. So I wouldn't mind betting if all Birkalla have done their homework on White City as well. That's the joys of this now that we've got the NPL TV.
Teopolis' pass intercepted. Here's Sudic. Osman Sudic, another previously at Raiders, of course, him not having to cross that divide from White City. Joined from West Adelaide at the beginning of this season. And we get another free kick here, this time conceded by White City. Monaco, who's had to whip in a few crosses already. The number 10 for Birkalla whipping in another here. Claims for a handball. Didn't seem to be too much in it. Now the counter-attack. It's Stefan Simic, White City. Tom Love is streaming forward. Simic couldn't find him. And I don't think Love would be too happy that he wasn't fed there.
No, he made a great run. He dragged the defender with him. And he just tried to take the last man on himself. He also had Markham on the far side.
Love, known for his dribbling ability, but he really showed a lot of pace there, as has Sudic here to get another corner. Marco's knocked off this one. It's James Polly looking for a left-footed delivery. You can see in the background for him what's on the line tonight. That State League 1 trophy. And it's a low delivery, took it quickly. Here's a chance, and it's a lovely ball from Macretis, and is that over the line? Referee says no. Oh, it was so close. A goal-mouth scramble. Conway was in there. Everyone was in there. Macretis with just a dangerous little trip. It would have been a lovely goal.
I'm not sure how that stayed out.
Well,
short ball in, didn't quite hit it right, but Macready's again picking that ball up, and he's just making something happen. This time up further up the park, obviously. Great little dink there towards the far post, and Chamberlain just not able to hold it.
And it was Trimboli, and off the chest
of Tobias. Yeah, and then looks like Walter's following it up there, just helping him out. And Dill's now just Chamberlain's just getting some treatment. He's probably copped one there.
Chamberlain's still down. We hope he's okay. And well done to the officials there, because that was one that looked very, very close.
It did.
And they seem to have got it right.
Well, they seem to from the replay.
And Dill Chamberlain, good to see that he looks okay. Just replay the goal here. Puddler's delivery. And if you're just joining us, Cole Markham rising highest for White City. You can see that little run from Butler Bowden as well, maybe just putting the defenders off. You could really see a lot of those runs. They seemed pre-planned from Damien Murray, and he runs over to his bench, says, seemingly, that one's for you, coach.
Seemingly, that's what it looked like. And Dill's back up on his feet, Chandler's back up on his feet, so that's a good sign.
See, he's back up and running. Tyrese Conway, the 19-year-old. He's got a very good goal record for a central midfielder. He scored 7 goals in 25 games in all competitions this season. And since making his debut, 15 in 37, I believe. Very healthy record for a central midfielder.
Yeah, you definitely want your midfielders to score goals. If you can get that return from them, that's excellent.
Be interesting to see how he fares in the NPL next season. Both these two sides already promoted. Still a lot more to play for as we tick over the half-hour mark on the Greenplay Australia time clock. Another corner. Can they attack again here? Butler Bowden makes a similar run, flashing across the front post. And Cirillo just says, let's get this ball out of here.
Again, they've gone that near post on the corner, so it's clearly something they've noticed or have found that works for them really well. And it's shown tonight. They've had a couple of chances and they've scored one of them.
Trimboli there asking how long is he going to take? It'll be a goal kick. Jason Trimboli, he has a brilliant record with promoting teams, doesn't he? He's been with Modbury. They've sort of been a bit of a yo-yo club in the past couple of years, but he's done it again this year with Birkalla.
Yeah, he was with Modbury for I think about 8 years, and just did a great job with them. And then first year at Berks, and he's taken them up. So it's a great effort, great record.
Sure, he would have very much enjoyed getting one over his former employers, Modbury, last week, or on the weekend, I should say. Here's Cirillo. For a ball for Monaco. And well intercepted by Yasmin Sudic. Here's Nick Harpas. Nick Harpas, a clever ball, flashes across. And a bit of very confident defending by Jordan Puddler.
I expect nothing less from Jordan Puddler. Confidence in those areas, and he's just walked his way out.
Yep.
And it's just allowed them to then push forward and really get back into the attacking third there.
Yep, very confident guy on and off the pitch, Jordan Puddler.
He is. I copped a bit of grief from him the other week. So, but it's all good. I've known Jordan's dad for a long time. So El Puddler, who's coaching now, I believe, at Croydon Reserves.
Croydon Reserves, yep. They're doing a very good job there, Corin. They produce a lot of young players. Here's Carl Phelps looking for the ball for Markham, who just drifted into that left-hand side, the left wing position. Those front three can really interchange, all comfortable playing across those positions.
They can. Well, it's the whole front four as well. Include Carl Phelps there because he's actually a striker or was a striker at Cumberland. So between the four of them, they can drift across. As you see here, Phelps is applying the pressure and Markham just drifts out as Simic just tucks inside. So it's a great understanding, obviously, between the four of them.
Yeah, a feature of Murray's side. They sort of settled back into a 4-4-2 when defending. And morph into that 4-3-3. Here's Simic. I think wasn't the intended target. He was aiming for Tobias, but managed to keep possession regardless. Butler Bowden. Here's Hayden Walter, another one with a lot of experience, almost 200 games across the National Premier Leagues. Matsiopolis with a lovely crossfield switch for Jacob Butler Bowden. You love to see a defensive midfielder spread the play in that fashion.
Yeah, it is great to see. If they can start the play, it just allows so much more for the attackers to work with.
And he's done the opposite job that a defensive midfielder needs to do in that situation. And now found Simic. Matsiopolis has been very busy early on. Walter and Tyrese Conway, the relentless pressing. Ball in, and Markham just couldn't get his head on it. He wasn't too far away.
No, he's very good in the air, and that's part of the game plan, is get that ball wide and deliver it to Phelps and Markham in the box.
John Solari sending it long there. Finding Luca Trimboli once again for an 18-year-old. Luca Trimboli is built very, very strong, isn't he?
He's he's a solid boy, that's for sure. I remember playing with his dad many years ago now, and as everyone knows, this sort of record Jason had, and I dare say his son's following in his footsteps. But yeah, solid build, holds the ball up well, and from what we've seen, the early shot he had with his left foot, he can half hit a ball with that left boot.
Yeah, absolutely. It's always great to see a young kid get given a go. Before this season, he'd only had 4 games in the National Premier Leagues, though, of course, coming up Modbury the year prior, so great to see him getting a bit more game time this year.
It is. It's also great to see the sons of players like Jason Trimboli and now Luca Trimboli coming through. It just keeps that feel for the players of years gone by, and you go, okay, brilliant, we've got these players coming through who were dads who were former greats and things like that.
Absolutely. A thing we've seen recently all through football with, of course, with Adelaide United, with the likes of son of Cassio, Bernardo, and of course Ethan and Richie Allagich.
Yeah. Young Costanzo as well, who's I believe off.
And here's Markham, and forces a good save out of John Solari.
Again, drifting wide on that left-hand side and cutting in onto his right boot.
He is dangerous, no matter where he is on the pitch. Mentioned before that he likes to drift to that left-hand side and cut in. Left Cirillo for dead, and John Solari did well at his near post.
And again, understanding with Phelps there, because Phelps is following up on that. So they've got a great understanding between that front, what you could call a front four.
White City, of course, last year lost the grand final to Sturt 2-0. And they're looking to atone for that one here. As that one's very deep, and the referee's seen a foul somewhere in there. Not quite sure what that was for, but it wasn't too many complaints, so.
No one complained. So there must have been something there.
Here's Solari. Moves it up. And Makritis just dropping in between the centre-backs there. Trimboli. Here's Tyrese Conway into Sacred Heart College. Here's Makritis. Coming up with that on the other side. And Camacho almost ran over the ball there, and there's a attempted delivery. We'll break to Monaco, who could just see there, looked like he was about to try and line up a shot. Said he works it back to Cirillo. Here's Makritis. Here's Conway. Just lost out there to Tom Love. And good little battle there between Conway and Love, a young player against a player with a lot more experience.
Yeah, it's proven to be a good battle watching those two. Conway's definitely got the legs in him as well by the looks of it. He's not afraid to harry and hassle.
Yes, if you tuned in last night for our State League 2 grand final between Adelaide University and Vipers, you've heard us talking a lot about Harley Giles Stubner for Adelaide University, a player with a lot of legs, and he seems to play in a very similar vein.
Yeah, he does. I was actually watching the replay of that today, and I watched Harley get up to get his medal and struggled to get up the stairs.
With the kilometres that Conway's put in early on, he might be doing the same tonight, but he'll hope that he's doing it with a winner's medal around his neck.
Birkalla just struggling to find their passes at the moment. White City are making everything, most of their stuff seems to stick or fall their way.
And it's stuck to Simic there, and he'll look for Carl Phelps. On the right-hand side here, White City looking to fire a goal, and Markham, you think that was a shot or a cross?
I think he was actually trying to cross that, trying to drill it low and hard, just couldn't wrap his boot around it. Running out of space there at the byline.
Yeah, he's running at quite some speed there. And with his performance so far, I don't think you can blame him for one misplaced delivery. Nugent. Moves it wide to Stefan Simic. Nugent, the standing captain. Just joining us, of course. Normally it's Shane Tobias who's the skipper, but Tobias decided to step aside for the final for Nugent, who's a player who's been around for a long time at White City.
Was the club captain last year.
Yep, with over 300 games of experience. This year he's played at 21 games, 1 goal from left fullback. We've got a man down here. You can see the crowd there with, I think we've got a White City banner as well. It is a very healthy turnout tonight, as we saw again last night. We hope this continues right through our week of grand finals this week. Of course, join us tomorrow night. We'll have, we'll be down at Marden for that one between Adelaide City and Adelaide Comets, and then on Saturday at the Summit with the West Adelaide and Salisbury Inter. And not sure if you've kept an eye on the Football SA Twitter pages, you would have seen a photo put up today of the Marden pitch, and we're on artificial turf tonight. That almost looked like artificial turf.
It looked fantastic when I saw that. It's looking in great condition, that pitch. So it should be an exciting final tomorrow night.
Yep, I think Marden at its finest always almost gives Homa Stadium a run for its money. And that's the first offside for the evening. Pudler. Now, and then Walter just moving it forward for Carl Phelps. Natsiopoulos. Nugent. To step over against Trimboli. And Trimboli just harassing the defender there, did very well to put him under enough pressure to make the error. Here's Tyrese Conway, full of tricks. Tries to step over against Nugent, but and Trimboli, I think Nugent just showing his experience there. Conway with those fancy tricks, the flowing locks. Ball wide with Birkalla looking to build from the back. Shane Tobias managing to intercept. And there'll be a throw-in, as on the Green Play Australia time clock. Tick closer towards half-time. Now it's the skipper, Chris Ashwood. Here's John Paul Cirillo. Conway was asking for it in midfield. He didn't get it. He does now. Trimboli with, or was Harpass rather, with that little back heel. Carl Phelps moves it back. And just hoofed forward by Jacob Butler-Bowden, giving a few of the Birkalla substitutes a touch. There's a very strong bench. Very strong bench for Birkalla. John Paul Cirillo, might have just heard him say, "Ah, come on," he's not very happy with the pass he's put through there. I have heard a few other things. We apologise if you picked anything up there. Now it's Chris Ashwood who will send it long. Right, sitting in front of their pocket of fans on that far side there. Maintaining possession through Jordan Puddler, former Adelaide United youth player, as well as Adelaide City. A lot of, definitely a theme of black and white throughout this White City side. Of course, under the influence of Damien Murray. Here's Carl Phelps. Phelps looking for Kyle Markham, who's gone down, but it was a strong tackle and a good one by Chris Ashwood, and then a nice sliding tackle in response from Chris Ashwood. We'll have another look at that penalty claim, and yeah, that's a perfect tackle, isn't it? I'd love to see that, defending at its finest. It'll be 1 minute of added time here. The Velo Football Centre. What's been a dominant first half for White City. If you're just joining us, goal on 14 minutes from Kyle Markham separates these two sides. Header at the near post. They've frantically looked to exploit Birkalla off those set pieces. Found space in the area time again through the delivery of Jordan Puddler. This time they've got a throw in. Moves back and Butler-Bowden. Now Conway gets his head to it. There'll be a throw in here on this far side for James Potley. And the referee brings this first half to a close. What has been a very exciting first 45 minutes as we get the score update. Thanks to Green Play Australia, 1-0 to White City. And they definitely have been good value for the lead. They have really made their dominance count. That goal in the first 15 minutes from Kyle Markham separates these two sides. And Damien Murray, as we mentioned. And now we're just going to go down to Mark Talbot, who's with the goal scorer Kyle Markham.
Well, I've got Kyle Markham here. How do you think that first half went?
Pretty even both ways, but I think we've got a lot more to do second half. They're going to come at us, but we've got a lot more to give.
I think you guys probably had the upper hand there, and you scoring early probably settled the nerves.
Big time, big time. Hopefully I can do it again.
Good luck for the second half. That was Kyle Markham, goal scorer of the 14th minute.
Thanks for that, Mark. You can see walking off And now we'll go to the stats, the Green Play Australia match stats, and see 6 shots to 4 in favour of White City. All shots have been on target for Birkalla. They've made Dill Chamberlain work a few times, but unfortunately for them, haven't been able to breach him though thus far. A lot of corners, 11 corners as well. And we'll just have a look now as we go towards the goal that separates these two sides in this 2021 State League 1 Grand Final. Lovely delivery by Jordan Puddler, and the header rising highest was Kyle Markham, the man who scored a hat-trick in the first leg of the semi-finals in this final series. And once again, rising highest in this one, Jacob Butler-Bowden managing a brilliant delivery, wasn't it?
Great delivery and great finish there by Markham.
And thanks for joining us in the first half. We'll have a lot more action coming to you after break. Make sure to stay with us for the second half of the 2021 State League 1 Grand Final.
Welcome to Boral Connects, a new way of doing business with Boral that has been designed to improve your customer experience while saving you valuable time. We've undertaken extensive research, interviewing customers about the highs and lows of dealing with Boral concrete. Based on this feedback, we've developed some exciting new solutions that will give you greater visibility and control over your concrete orders and deliveries. Our aim is to provide you with near real-time delivery information and transparency of your concrete orders. Placing a concrete order has never been so easy. Follow the simple prompts and order your concrete at any hour of the day. Whether you're on the job site or in the office, you now have the ability to see all current and future orders online. You can now confirm or cancel your order online without having to call our service centre. You can also see when your concrete delivery will arrive on site, which trucks are in transit, when trucks are scheduled for delivery, and be notified when your first truck is leaving the plant. Electronic dockets can be accessed as soon as your truck arrives on site. All of your docket history can be found via our Dockets dashboard, giving you the option to download in bulk or individually as a PDF or CSV file. These are just a few of the exciting new features we're offering, and there's still more to come. Signing up to Boral Connects is easy. Visit boralconnects.com.au.
Every gain, an insurance claim, every investment protected and repairer selected, every rescue and every brand new, every trip and travel tip, every tradie connected and every unexpected. Every day, everything we do helps our members at home, on the road and on holidays too.
Keep on moving on.
every game. And insurance claim. Every investment protected and repairer selected. Every rescue and every brand new. Every trip and travel tip. Every tradie connected and every unexpected. Every day, everything we do helps our members at home, on the road and on holidays too.
Keep on moving on.
Welcome back. We've got the moon there. Beautiful night here at the Velo Football Centre. Full moon. And a beautiful scene on display here. And speaking of a full moon, we've got Mark Talbot alongside me. It looks a little bit like you with the bald head.
Thanks, mate. Appreciate it. I've probably got a few craters like that one too.
I'm sure you'll get me back at some point in the second half.
I will work on it.
And here we go for the second half of the State League 1 Grand Final presented by Boral. White City leading 1-0. Goal in the 14th minute by Cole Markham. Separates the two sides. How do you think Trimmers would have, Jason Trimboli would have addressed his side at half-time?
Well, he's made a change at the back. So I think he's just trying to get them to play a little bit more intense, raise the tempo, and actually try and get on the front foot a little bit more.
Yeah, we've mentioned the change. It's Camacho coming off. Change at centre back. I don't think that was enforced. I believe it's Anthony Quici coming on, who has played a lot this season. You mentioned that there was a bit of an odd injury in the pre-game. Trimmers didn't touch on it too much, but he's actually missed the final series so far because dislocated his shoulder, not in training, not in a game, but in a skiing accident.
I'm not sure what to say to that. I mean, I'm not sure if I should be jealous that he's going skiing or that he's actually able to come back after a dislocated shoulder so quickly.
Yep, only a couple of weeks. He has had a few injuries with his shoulder in the past. It's just a reactivation. And very recognisable player with with the afro. Almost Carles Puyol-esque.
It is, yeah. I'm trying to think of someone, a bit of David Luiz.
Let's see, Macretus just doing up his shoelace for this set piece. See the old school Nikes on Chris Ashford.
Yeah, it's still, I think, probably too colourful for the old school, though. McCready's going with the old black boots. It's a little bit more, a little bit more old school there.
All blacked out with as a defensive midfielder. Definitely in that vein of a traditional defensive midfielder. Recycles possession well. Recycled it to Anthony Quici here. Ashwood will just hoof it forward for Yasmin Sudic. Didn't see too much of him, Sudic, in the first half on the right-hand side of that diamond.
No, not at all. I think that's down to White City, the way they set up, just nullified Burks getting the ball into the midfield.
We've seen Jake Monaco have to drop deep on a number of occasions, playing at the pointy end of that diamond. I'm sure they'll love to see him getting involved as much as possible. Triangle here with Tyrese Conway. Nikarpas. A step over, but just went out of play. It'll be a White City throw in for Jacob Butler-Bowden, just in front of our cameras here. Wherever you're watching, of course, on NPL TV tonight, as well as Facebook and YouTube.
All around the world. Friend watching in Sweden. So hello to Anders over there.
That truly is an example of our world game, isn't it?
It is, and the fact that we can get that out there, that we've taken steps now with the Federation that we can get these games live streamed, just excellent.
And there'll be a free kick here with the chance for a delivery, and it's a low one. Puddler just took it a little bit quickly there. And now it's a throw in with Nugent. See Damien Murray there. How much he'd love a win. I mentioned before the game that said he didn't want to do a pre-game interview with us because he wanted it to be all about the players.
He did, and if White City continue, maybe I can try and capture him after the game.
Yep, he will be, as much as I'm sure he would like not to be, he will be definitely one of the men of the moment if they are to win after 6 consecutive grand final losses.
And also getting White City up, which has been White City's aim. I mean, they got relegated in 2016, so it's White City as a club feel they deserve to be in that top league. So for him to get them back up, he's probably just gone on to make a great name for himself at the club.
Yep, and with their squad on paper, it is hard to disagree with that. A lot of players who traditionally associate with the NPL. Here's one here, Jordan Puddler, whipping the ball in, and Solari had to claim it. It's Simic on the rebound, just behind that goal.
Yeah, great ball in again, forcing the keeper to have to come out for it. Didn't get a good punch on it, and Simic having a great opportunity, but a very crowded box, so he's gone for power and he's just gone over the bar.
Yeah, a very decent chance there. Solari, again, it was the set piece that gave them a bit of worries. Wonder if that's part of the thinking in bringing Anthony Quici on, a bit more height at the back.
It could be, maybe just a bit more presence. He looks like he's quite well-built lad, so maybe it's just to try and increase that physical presence there.
Butler-Bowden, strong tackle by Ashwood, but he came away with a Butler-Bowden. And he's across pretty much the length of the field. He's done very well there. Here's Simic. Can find the delivery. Trimboli dropping in. Tyrese Conway. Conway, lovely direct forward pass from the midfielder for Monaco. Now it's Trimboli picking it up. High pass making a run in the middle, but two centre forwards just weren't on the same page. Here's Sudic. It's a throw here for Birkalla. Jake Monaco. Ball over the top for Potley. And now it's the man who came on as a half-time substitute, Anthony Quici. Touched on it earlier, the battles between these two sides this season. In round 9, we saw White City beat Birkalla 2-1. Penalty for Kunavelis, who's not starting tonight. Simic with the goal, Calvin and Barker with the goal for Birkalla. I'm sure if they trade, we'll see him at some point. It is a bit of a surprise that we, as Polly puts this one in, that Calvin and Barker's not starting tonight. He's their top goal scorer this season.
He is. Before we go on to that, we'll see what happens here.
And a chance here, and it's hard pass, just wide. And it's one of the closest chances that the Birks have had. high pass with that curled finish, almost finding that far corner.
Yeah, great first time effort there, just allowed it to come to him. And you can see what he's trying to do. He's just trying to shape that round the defender and into that bottom corner.
Well, we just touched on that they might look to the substitutes bench Birkalla, and they're going to bring 2 on here. They've already made 1 change at half-time, of course. On comes the number 9, Calvin Mbaga, just as we mentioned it, and it's Jason Trimboli bringing off his son Luca. And they'll make another switch as well. Calvin Mbaga, the Cameroonian. Quite the backstory, actually. We'll just wait and see who this other change is. It's Jake Monaco coming off. Bit of a surprise, that one. And on comes the youngster, the teenager, Noah Benazekri. And Monaco, you can see in his body language there, he's not too happy with that. It is a brave decision, a player of his quality.
Well, Jason's clearly seen something there that he's not liked, and thought he'd make the change now. Give his 2 subs enough time to have an impact.
And here's Simic trying to make an impact here for White City. Ball in the corner flag, and Queechy managed to get it out for Tyrese Conway. Here's Noah Benazekri, who came across from Adelaide City. And their 18's a reserve side. Sort of spent time between the two. A couple of first-team games. Here's Tom Love. Looking for the ball across, but just intercepted. Butler Bowden will take the throw in here. Just on Calvin Mbaga, mentioned that he's got a good record this season. He has scored a total of 9 goals in 22 games in all comps. A few of those from the bench as well.
Yeah, he didn't start last game either, so not sure what's going on there. But...
And here's Markham, the number 9 for White City, and it's brilliant defending by Ashford, isn't it?
That's great defending, just positioned himself in between the ball and the strike. He's done excellently there. With Markham's first touch, allowing him to continue his run was a great touch. Again, Burke's just turning it over again, too easily there, too cheaply.
And Tyrese Conway, well, I mentioned in the first half, about 15 minutes in, that he was maybe a little bit fortunate to avoid a booking, and he's not going to avoid one now.
First one for the night.
And the first booking for the evening, as you say, Mike, according to our Green Play Australian match stats. Definite yellow card. I don't think he did have any complaints there. Apologising to the referee, Curtis Wentworth. There'll be a free kick here. Puddle over it. Do you reckon this is in his scoring distance?
I think he'll have a go.
Yeah, he's shaping for it like he will have a shot at goal.
I think he'll have a go from here.
He can hit them. He's shown that he can deliver on 2 tonight. And it'll be his right peg that will try and beat that wall. It's a 4-man wall for Birkalla. Jordan Puddler. And off the boot, looked pretty strong, but in the end just faded away from John Solari's goal.
He had enough space to get it up and over the wall. And he got the dip on it, just couldn't quite guide it into that bottom corner. He had Solari worried to start with, but then he was quite happy to see it wide.
Mbaga, very strong number 9. He's 34 years old. Played in India with Salgakar. And had a lot of experience in the National Premier Leagues, over 150 games, a very strong goal record. Around 150 or so games and 87 goals.
Yeah, that's impressive. That's excellent rate for a striker.
And here's Tom Love, just couldn't bring it under control. If he did, might have been away there.
Yeah, great ball by Markham. Again, we see that interchange between the front 4. Markham just dropping a little bit deeper there to pick the ball up, and it just allows Phelps and Love to make those forward runs.
And Noah Benazekri just getting a touch there, and does again here. As mentioned, came across from Adelaide City mid-season. Since he did, he has been amongst the goals at times. Scored 3 goals in 11 appearances, which from midfield is pretty handy.
A very handy return there.
As we called Adelaide City's youngsters in the Cup. He didn't play in that one, but going through the research for that one, he was quite often amongst the goals for their under-18 side as well when he was there.
Yeah, if he's got 3 at 11 at senior level, I wouldn't put it past him to score quite a few at the 18s and reserves level. Just notice there, White City set up. When they don't have the ball, they set up really quickly and just try and nullify the passing lanes. So Ashwood, he's had the ball, but he's just got nothing to pass to. They've just nullified those lanes, make it really difficult to pass out.
Yep, and Ashwood this time, he's managed to prevent the cross. Yeah, it has been difficult for either side really to build through the middle.
It has been. White City have probably done it a little bit better. Just trying to get the Berkshire try and get that ball into Mbarga's feet, allow him to hold it and allow the players to come up with him. As you see, they're coming really deep to pick the ball up.
Zekri's given it away there, and Markham, and Phelps is there for him. He won't need him. He'll go for goal, and in the end, maybe he should have slipped Phelps in.
If he didn't set him up, he should have at least hit the target there.
Yeah, you saw his reaction. Yeah. He believes that he should have done better.
Definitely. That's a chance. That's not a half chance for Markham. That's a chance there. He's put wide.
Phelps is in acres of space on that right-hand side.
He is.
He didn't really have a go at him or anything. I guess when he scored already. Figured he knows best. Zekri now in the area. Makritis. Do you think, I mentioned both sides struggling to play through the middle as a ball comes across, and that's well played by Chamberlain. I think maybe part of that due to the way Trimboli set his side up with that diamond.
Yeah, it seems to have had an effect because obviously White City are playing two holding midfielders, so they're able to nullify their attacking midfielder.
Well, Ashwood appeared to, on first viewing, to get the ball there. We saw him at the end of the first half put in a brilliant tackle. He's saying he did it again there, but the referee disagreeing. Just having another look at that as we get our... Yep, he has got a piece of the ball, maybe took the man as well, as we look at our Green Play Australia match stats once again. A lot of free kicks in this one. The referee has had to be a little bit busy. And Jordan Pudler over the set piece. Seen on occasions tonight that he can whip them in well. He has done again here, and Ashwood, that really could have gone anywhere off his head.
Great delivery in. I can see why your centre-half's taking free kicks and set pieces when he delivers like that.
Yep, and we can see the amount of corners they've had as well on our Green Play Australia match stats. There's 7, 5 for Birkalla as well. And each one of them has sent a bit of fear through Birkalla, and they have again here. And just bouncing around that penalty area, no one can get it under control. And it was Butler Bowden this time. We mentioned in the first half his decoy runs causing problems. This time, definitely not a decoy.
No, it certainly wasn't. That's great work there by Phelps to just see that out for a throw-in.
It's actually been Phelps who even got that last touch, pardon me, rather than Butler Bowden. Tom Love. Now it's Natsopoulos. He's been very good in this game. Benazekri. Makritis. Tom Love does very well to rob Makritis off possession. Tom Love looking for Phelps, and Solari very brave off his line.
Yeah, very fast off his line, very brave to go down at the feet, and a good claim too, nice and clean. And great movement there again between that front four of White City.
Yeah, always interchangeable. So John Solari equal to it this time. He is a fantastic goalkeeper. As we mentioned, spent some time in the books of Adelaide United and Newcastle Jets. It was John Hall, Adelaide United, who kept him out as the reserve goalkeeper. Dalekovic was still there at that point as well. It's Benazekri. First touch a bit too heavy. He's had decent moments, but he has coughed up a possession a couple of times since coming on.
He has. I mean, he's a young lad, bit nervous, so I can understand that, but he just needs to be a bit more careful with the ball.
Yes, he is a brilliant player, as we mentioned. See, might just be out of reach of our cameras there. Jake Monaco was slouched on the bench. You could see in his body language as he came off, he wasn't too happy, it seemed.
And no, he shouldn't be. I mean, you don't want to be taken off in a final, especially before the hour mark. I think anyone that is happy to be taken off at that stage or any stage of the game should consider their game time, to be honest. I think any player that gets taken off should be annoyed.
Yep, definitely fair enough on this occasion. But Jason Trimboli's made the bold call. See if it pays off. Here's Mbaga. Chance here, and a ball across. And in the end, and there is Monaco, as we mentioned. Slouch with the substitutes there. He definitely doesn't look too happy. But as we said, you can blame him, early substitute. Were you a bit surprised to see him taken off? He was fairly involved in the first half.
He was, yeah. I said, must have been Jason really just wasn't happy about something and decided to pull the pin.
Calvin Mbaga playing it wide. And it's Nicholas Harpas, rather, who takes up the position on the right-hand side this time. Harpas has struggled to get involved in this one. And Polly's ball's overhit.
Going back to that earlier opportunity, just didn't quite get it quite right with the cross or a shot, and ended up safely in Bill Chamberlain's hands. But it was a good movement forward, and they need to start doing that a little bit more, getting those forward runs. You've noticed straight away Mbaga just drops that a little bit deeper to pick up the ball, tries to turn and looks for those runners, and I think that's what they were lacking, is those third man runs in the first half. Someone to hold the ball up.
Yeah, definitely. Mbaga's physical presence up top. Tom Love for White City.
A great battle between those two tonight.
Yep, Love and Conway. Love just loves to, I was trying to look for another word to not have the pun there, but loves to come inside, doesn't he, off that right-hand flank. He has played as a number 10 in the past. He's Calvin Mbaga. Freitas. Wide to John Paul Cirillo, very experienced player, of course. If you're just joining us, goal that separates these two sides. Kyle Markham early in this game from a corner after a Jordan Puddler delivery, and he'll be a delivery from Polly. Was looking for Harpas, couldn't quite find him, and they have struggled to find Harpas tonight, haven't they?
They have, and they've just struggled with the final product as well. Just that ball into the box or that through ball has just not quite been there.
Harpas, who was unbelievable in that game against Modbury Jets, scoring a brace in that 2-1 win to knock Modbury Jets out of this year's final series. Caritas. And the ball comes across for Birkalla. Pressure's on from Simic onto Sudic. Cirillo. Asking his centre-back to overlap him. And Quichi looking to get involved there. There's Conway in the area. He'll try and direct it backwards. It's a hard one to get under control. And seen 3 changes for Birkalla. Damien Murray yet to go to his bench. You can see them in the background of that shot there. And his side have been very good as a little speculative attempt at goal. Never going to trouble Dill Chamberlain on his last game.
I think it was just a bit of a hit and hope, really.
On the Green Play Australia time clock, 67 minutes gone. And Birkalla looking to find a way to stop White City from after, of course, Birkalla on goal difference won the premiership. Birkalla trying to prevent a a turnaround of that result. The Benazekri there. Always an option in midfield. Tyrese Conway, good first time pass. Conway back on it. Beats his man, very direct. He's found Harpass. This is better from West Torrens Birkalla. A ball to the back post, and it was Tyrese Conway who started the move at the base of midfield, and in the end will be disappointed he couldn't direct it on target, because if he did, it would have been in.
Yeah, great ball in from the wide position, and he got up really well, just couldn't get over the top of it.
In the end, Butler Bowden just managing to put enough pressure on him, and he had that chance, probably their other best chance of this game, with the header in the first half.
Yeah, you really want someone with good in the air on that, and it just couldn't quite get over the top of it. Someone maybe a little bit taller might have just helped to get on the end of that one.
Tyrese Conway has scored a lot of goals this season, but I don't think too many of them have come with his head. As we see a header this time from Tom Love. Just out of play for a Birkalla throw-in. Damien Murray, he's got all of his subs at the moment, with the exception of the reserve goalkeeper, Nikola Jokic. Out warming up at the moment. Do you expect him to go to his bench soon?
He may do, just to freshen things up a little bit. But things are travelling well for them at the moment, so I don't think he's going to go too quickly. I think it'll be at least another 5 minutes before he does anything.
Of course, watching it a few times throughout the call tonight. Damien Murray looking to put to bed those 6 grand finals in a row, where he's been on the losing side. Most recently, of course, in the 2020 State League 1 grand final. That time they were searching for promotion against Sturt, didn't get it. They're 20 minutes from it here. Well, of course, already promoted, but from winning the trophy. And his attempts on goal never really looked like threatening from Hayden Walter. And that's a brilliant release from John Solari. Didn't quite find Yasmin Sudic.
And Nurjum just covering really well there.
Solari, very much a modern day goalkeeper, very good with his feet.
Yeah, he's got some great distribution.
He might be forced to save one if they could slip through Markham there. It was good defending by James Polly.
Was a nice little through ball there. Markham made a great run.
Jordan Puddler once again coming across to take the set piece. Over 100 National Premier Leagues games across the National Premier Leagues. 19 goals, 2 this season from centre back, which, considering he's not going up for corners, is pretty impressive.
Yeah, considering he's taken them.
Yeah. And he'll whip it again, and it's the near post that they just continue to attack. It seems, compared to the first half, it does look like they've put an extra man, Birkalla, at that front post. See the zonal marking on display that time. Clearly something they highlighted as a weakness. Another good delivery here. I don't think he's put in one bad one, Jordan Puddler.
No, they've all been good. They've all been in a dangerous position. And the clearance on that one was from Quichi, who's come on, and I think, again, just to add that physical presence there. So he's just won another header there. I think that's just allowed them to push one further forward to that front post to deal with those balls that are coming in short. And but when they do go long, they've got that cover with Quichi there.
Yep, Quichi has been solid at the back since coming on as a substitute. There's another substitute, Benazekri, coughing up possession. And Markham will look for Love. He just underhit it. And it was a ball that, if he got right, Tom Love could have been in.
Could have been. It just didn't quite hit it.
Markham.
Again, that interchange between the front four there has just been excellent tonight.
Yeah, but as soon as they win possession, they look to attack very quickly. And all that looked like it touched the hand, and it's going to be a penalty. It's a handball after the cross by Kyle Markham, and with 18 minutes to go, White City are going to have the chance to double their lead. Kyle Markham, the goal scorer, once again proving dangerous. We'll have a look. It definitely looked like it struck the arm of Chris Ashwood. He's backing off there. It was very close, but yep, does strike the forearm. Good decision by the referee.
The arm was away from the ball as well, from the body, so unfortunately I don't think the ref's got much of a choice there.
Yeah, now Carl Markham scored a hat-trick in the first leg of this semi-final. Now in the grand final, can go for his brace. It's Carl Markham in the grand final against Solari. Went for the Panenka, and in the end, he blazed it over. Well, they look brilliant when they go in, but that one didn't.
And it makes him look like unfortunately makes him look like a fool when it doesn't work. It sent Solari the wrong way, and he just couldn't make it count.
Well, Solari went early, but Markham went over. Yeah, he put a lot of power on that. Normally those Panenkas just seem to float, but he's maybe put a bit too much into it. And it's really a let-off for Burks, isn't it?
It is. It'll be interesting to see how Burks respond to that now.
There's a yellow card here for Sudic.
They're just pulling on the arm of Simic. But it'll be interesting to see how Burks react now, if they can use that to spur them on, or if they're going to go...
It's Sudic rather than Simic that's picked up the booking. That's White City. Will get a free kick here. Jordan Puddler over it. And will once again look to put in a threatening delivery. Jordan Puddler for White City. Curls it in. This time it's Cirillo getting it clear. We're all having to have a turn of getting in the way of a Puddler delivery.
That's probably the worst one out of the night so far for Puddler.
Yasmin Sudic there, just reiterating, picking up a yellow card. And I think they're going to their bench again. There's 3 coming on for Birkalla. Looks like. And Tyrese Conway is one of the players substituted. Nick Harpass as well. And John Paul Cirillo too. Just waiting to hear what the goal is. I think, well, they've already made 3 changes. And they're looking to make another 3 here. There's 3 on the bench, and I reckon that might be what the hold-up is. Yep. And there's a bit of confusion here. The referee just helping them out. They might be able to make it anyway. And they're going to get all the subs. And I think there's going to be one for White City too. It's Hayden Walter coming off. Will Plush is one of the players coming on for Birkalla. We'll try and get all those substitutions out for you 4 at once. So Tyrese Conway in the end has had to stay on. And Will Plush, one of the players coming on, just for John Paul Cirillo, that one. There's also a change up front with Harpass coming off. And he's just come off for Daniel Crossing up front. And he's straight away putting the pressure on. And for White City, they've had a bit of a reshuffle with their substitution. Simic looks like he's dropping in. And it was Hayden Walter coming off. Simic now coming across into midfield. Flicked on by Markham, and Tom Love is there, but Solari once again brave off his line. Tyrese Conway was meant to be substituted for a mathematical error. Change that. Be Queechy on the ball here. Cretus. And Simic, Love, the flag stayed down here. Love and Conway managing to prevent the ball coming across, and don't think Ashwood knew too much about that one. Here's Benazekri. Bit of space for him now as they look to counter-attack. Calvin and Barger. Lovely ball across for Daniel Crossing. And then the ball in. And it bounces out to Makritis. One of the times they've come closest was his with a little dink in the first half. Crossing with the cross. Block this time, and they'll have another attempt. And man down there, and there's a couple down for Birkalla, but referee says nothing doing. Here's Kyle Markham, and Anthony Queechy's showing his pace as well as his strength to come back there. At 10.5 minutes remaining here of this State League 1 Grand Final. Birkalla can't find a goal in these final stages. We will go into penalties. And a chance here, and Benazekri had a shot at goal, and now it's bounced to Makritis, maybe thought about a long-range attempt. And a chance there, and you see how even it's been overall on the shots on target tally. Green Play Australia, and he's crossing and putting that one over. I'm not going to add any more shots on target to the Green Play Australia match stats. It's Birkalla having a nice little spell of possession there.
Yeah, they are. Those last two changes for them have added a bit of spark to what they needed.
Just confirming the change again for White City. It was number 2, Hayden Walter, coming off for Shannon Day, a very experienced player. Scored in the 3-1 loss between to Birkalla in round 20. And then ball coming across. And there we go. The crowd just announced here, 1,382, a very healthy crowd. 1,352 rather, very healthy crowd for a Thursday night, isn't it, Mark? Great to see.
It's excellent. We were only discussing off air how many we thought. I said about 1,200, so I wasn't too far off.
Yep, even better than we thought.
Yep.
Lovely to see it, and it's the White City fans who make up the majority here tonight. And if the scoreline stays this way, it looks like they'll be going home happy. I think they're all planning, no matter what the results, to be going back to the club tonight.
Oh, definitely.
And, Butler Bowden and Markham just not on the same page there. Goal kick for Birkalla. And Jason Trimboli, normally very animated on the sideline, he hasn't been too animated tonight. And surprising to see that with only about 8 minutes left on the Green Play Australia time clock, his side are not really looking to get the ball from the goal kick and put the ball down and straight away go, are they?
No, they're still trying to play football.
Direct there to Crossing.
They're still trying to play out from the back. They're keeping the method the same. Whether it works, it hasn't so far. They've struggled to make their chances. So maybe a slightly different approach might be needed for the last 8 or so minutes.
That is, in terms of personnel, he's used up his full complement. Almost tried to sneak one extra on. Conway, who's the man who's going to make way. And a lovely back heel there by Benazekri. That's good delivery. Couldn't find anyone. Here's Makritis, 1-2. And it was a nice idea from Makritis to do the give and go. He's Calvin and Barger. And referee, I think, torn between giving a goal kick and a free kick. In the end, it won't really matter. So Mbaga, the physical aerial presence up there.
Yeah. Not sure there's much in it, but just used his body there to get in front of him, in front of the defender, and like I said, the ref could have possibly gone either way, but settled for a goal kick.
Bowden, fantastic player, but he's going to have a tough time winning a physical battle with Calvin Mbaga, as many players would in State League 1.
I think anyone would.
And Butler Bowden now coming across to take this throw.
Happily taking his time as well.
Yep. Every second counts at this stage of a grand final. Damien Murray, all those years of grand final disappointments could almost be finished, and I think Carl Markham was flirting with the idea of taking it to the corner there. Maybe not quite at that stage.
No, there's still 6 minutes by stoppage time, so I think it might be a touch early, but it certainly was heading that way.
And Phelps sliding in there, but didn't touch the ball or the man. And Ashwood didn't touch the ball there, and he's going to go in the book. He's had a few tackles tonight, and I think another foul as well.
And Markham just showing his experience there, just getting the ball, just rolling with it, just waiting for the contact.
Very cultured play from Markham. Of course, the penalty will be fresh in his memory at the moment. And it's going to be another change here for White City. Off comes Carl Phelps, who's put in, he's got on for a lot of kilometres tonight. And on comes Jace Cummins, former Adelaide City and Cumberland player. He's won the State League 1 Best and Fairest on 2 occasions. Play with a lot of experience as well.
And chatting with him earlier today, he was saying to me that if they managed to steal the trophy tonight, that'll be his 10th career trophy.
Wow, that's very impressive. He's played over 400 National Premier League games. We thank Dimi Pepas for helping out with those stats. And there's a header there, and just for a moment, it looked like it might sneak past Solari.
Yeah, not quite sure what was going on there. Natsiopoulos couldn't quite get his head on it properly, but it looked like it snuck in at the back post. And I know that's not Natsiopoulos. It was.
I think it's Butler Bowden.
Butler Bowden, it was. Yeah, it was a good effort. He should have probably at least put it on target though. Being that close, it make the keeper work.
A goal at that stage, you'd fancy would seal the deal.
Definitely at this stage of the game.
Tyrese Conway, that's a beautiful switch of play. We'll love to see that from midfielder. And Benazekri's in here. It's Noah Benazekri. He's floored a couple of defenders, but he's still going. And in the end, just couldn't fashion the opportunity for his teammate. Crossing, trying to help someone out, but the counter-attacks on here. Birkalla are having to commit men forward. And, well, he's put on a lot of miles tonight, Natsopoulos, but just overran that one. Ball across, and Tobias equal and putting it as far away as he can into one of the 1,352 in attendance. Trimmers, we mentioned, not as animated maybe as we've seen him in the past tonight.
Starting to warm up.
Starting to get those veins going. And that's a clear free kick. And crossing, just leaving something on Natsopoulos.
And getting a booking for it.
And Natsopoulos, I think, will lap up every second he is allowed to here. Crossing now, booked there. Natsopoulos actually did very well to stay on his feet initially, because Cross came in there with quite a lot of pace. Very late on here in this State League 1 Grand Final. Don't forget, celebration of football continues this week. 2 more Grand Finals to go after this. The men's tomorrow night, NPL, City versus Comets. And on Saturday afternoon at the Summit, it is West Adelaide versus Salisbury Inter. Should be 2 very exciting games. Lovely back heel. Just intercepted. Another interception here, and they're trading possession. And Simic has got loads of space here. Simic could be one-on-one with the goalkeeper. And to win them the title, Simic and White City let the champagne showers go. White City are going to be champions.
Great finish there by Simic. Great work from Natsiopoulos in the middle of the park. He's opened his body and found him in acres of space. And Simic, quick as lightning, straight onto it and away he goes. Waited for Solari to make his move and then just hit it. Went with power and just hit it over the top of him.
Well, they had to commit players forward. And in the end, Stefan Simic with a goal to remember. Lovely pass there, perfectly weighted. And this crowd here, we mentioned that they have the lion's share of the fans here, and you certainly heard it with that reaction.
Definitely the lion's share there, and that's pretty much, I think, ended the game there. It's 89th minute. Simic with a great finish, and sealed the White City victory, I think.
And you can see now there's a lot of the Birkalla fans making their way towards the exits. The players might not give up just yet, but it does look like White City have got 9 fingers on this trophy. It would have to be something incredible now. Stefan Simic updating that score line, making it 2-0. There's half-hearted shouts for a penalty. The Birkalla fans now exiting in numbers. And they might be able to get a third here. Stefan Simic wanted his brace. He was wheeling away. A lot of storylines out of this one. It's only going to be 2 minutes at a time. It's not going to be enough for Birkalla. It's Calvin Mbaga. Tyrese Conway. And the ball in here. Looking to find another cross. Stefan Simic, one of the heroes, has had a terrific game tonight. With Carl Markham scoring the other goal 14 minutes in. Goal very early and very late. See in the background of that shot there, the Serbian flags are out on full display. White City are going to be the champions of State League 1. And Nugent, what a story for him. Player who's part of the fabric of this club. Club captain in the past, not normally at the moment, but Shane Tobias gave up the captain's armband for him, and he's going to lift the trophy tonight. And as will Damien Murray, mentioned quite a few times, 6 grand finals where he's been on the losing end in a row, but he's broke his duck here. And that is a lovely pass by Shane Tobias. Simic, if they want, they could get a third. They don't really need to. Carl Markham strolls over to the corner flag. He will run down the last 8 seconds, and he will lap up every moment as we wait for the whistle of the referee. And he's had a look at the watch. And any second now, the red, blue and white, I'm going to be jumping for joy. As Natsopoulos keeps in the corner flag, it's going to be a throw for Birkalla. Another check of the watch for the referee. And it's all eyes on him at the moment as we wait for the final whistle. And White City for 2021, strong tackle. And Natsopoulos with the dying stages here. Just with a little parting gift of a yellow card in the grand final. I don't think he'll care too much. Tyrese Conway actually looks in a bit of discomfort here. We hope he's okay. This does not look good for him. There's only seconds remaining. And I think they're going to need some medical assistance here. And with the game pretty much done, we're already over the 2 minutes of added time. Let's just see off camera James Polly showing his frustration. And there is full time. The champions of State League 1 for 2021 are White City. Damien Murray has done it. Carl Markham and Stefan Simic with the goals. You can see what it means to them. Damien Murray, after 6 grand finals in a row on the losing end, has broken his duck. And White City, the red, blue and white, will party long into the night. And there he is, Damien Murray, alongside his assistant, Jonah Sally. What a job he's done. Commiserations to Jason Trimboli and Birkalla. But in the end, White City deserved winners tonight. A lot of great stories. Shane Tobias, Nugent, both very experienced players. And then the goal scorers as well. Markham with the header, 14 minutes in, and then Stefan Simic sealing the deal, getting to celebrate with the White City fans. See Simic there, goal he'll remember. A lot of experience in this White City team. But right now, this will feel like the most important trophy that these experienced guys have ever won. And we're just going to cross down very shortly to Mark Talbot. He's with one of the White City players.
I'm here with Shah. How does it feel, mate? You've been at this club for such a long time. How does it feel to now win that trophy, get the opportunity to lift it as captain?
Yeah, I mean, last week was unbelievable in itself, and now tonight's just to get some silverware. We see these sports that come out week in, week out, and now we can just get back to them and fucking celebrate.
It's a great achievement. You missed out on the title just, you still won promotion. Now you get to lift that trophy. You've got a great group of players. Are you going to continue next year, or are you going to keep this group together?
No, absolutely. We're going to do the best. I mean, it all started last year, came with us as well. We missed out obviously in the final, and we've that one step better now, and hopefully we can really give the boys in the MPL a tough challenge next year.
I hope so too. Go and celebrate, mate. Well done. Just going to try and get hold of one of the Birkalla players. Just trying to see who's available. Don't want to rub it in too much. We'll see how we go. I've managed to get Chris Ashwood here. Chris, not the result you wanted, obviously, but still a great season.
Yeah, look, tough night. They capitalised on their opportunities, we didn't. Look, all props to them, they had a good season, but yeah, we'll see them next year.
Yeah, it wasn't quite your night, but you won the premiership, you've got promoted, which is probably what the club set out to do.
Yeah, look, boys, extremely happy with them. Like, we fought hard, odds were against us, kept battling to the end, and it paid off. So
it's been a great season, and you've got a great group of players here. You've got quite a few young players. You're in a really good position for next year, so all the best for next year. What are you expecting for next year?
Look, honestly, we just want to go as high as we go. Consolidate next year and just see how far we can go with it. But yeah, happy with the boys. Put it, like you said, young team. Jason's got us well drilled, know our roles. So yeah, happy with it.
Excellent. All the best for next season.
The White City team, we've got Mark Talbot. He's with Dill Chamberlain, just playing his last game.
Now, I'm with Dill Chamberlain. Now, you've told me this is going to be your last game.
Correct, yeah. So I'm going to hang up the gloves and, yeah, just finish it, mate. So,
but what a great way to finish it. There's not much more you can really do. You're going to hang up the gloves. How about, what's your plan for now then, tonight?
Tonight, back to the club. Haven't got a clue what they've got planned for us, but I know there's something going on. It's going to be a long, long night, that's what I can say.
Well, I'm just going to say, look, congratulations. It's been a great season for you. Great way to finish a great career. All the best. I hope they've got a good replacement for you.
The understudy that to me at the minute, Nick Jokic, is going to be some keeper. That's all I can say. So if he keeps on the right track, he's, yeah, you'll hear about him.
He's got some big gloves to fill, so all the best.
Massively. Congratulations. Thank you very much.
And just waiting for Mark is trying to track down. He's with the president, Amin Ayubi.
So I'm with him in. I mean, not the result you wanted tonight, but over the course of the season, was that what you wanted to achieve, promotion?
Well, I mean, getting to the last game of the season, you know, is obviously very important. Promotion obviously goes without a doubt. That's what the result we wanted. To White City, and we gave to White City. Stop laughing, mate.
The club are in a great position. Your presidentship, if that's even a word, has been outstanding. You've got great relationships with Macron. You've got great relationships. I've seen you with these players. Is that a key to keeping these players happy, keeping the club moving?
Being involved is the most important thing. Anyone that are involved with the club, inside the change rooms, inside what they do every day, inviting them to be open with you. You know, that's what we need to do.
I think that's a great way to approach being a president of such a big club. Congratulations on a great season. Commiserations tonight. All the best for the NPL.
See the officials there looking to collect their medals. All did a fantastic job tonight. Of course, there was a penalty decision that was definitely correct. And they've done a fantastic job tonight. Well deserved, collecting their medals. Now, Birkalla will have to make that dreaded walk no one wants to make as they collect their runners-up medals. They can definitely hold their heads high. Of course, that season ending on goal difference, but they won the premiership. Nothing minor about it. Ashwood, very strong performance tonight, the skipper. They'll be back again, I'm sure, in 2022 in the NPL as they look to achieve safety. Apologise for those brief technical issues. You see Creedus collecting his medal. He was fantastic as well. It was a relatively even game, but that first half dominance for White City really making the difference. John Solari put in a good shift. The goalkeeper for Birkalla. You can see a lot of the players choosing when they get the medal around their neck to take it straight off. Not wanting to have that runners-up medal on. Mark's back with me now, just touching on the players. A lot of them taking off their medals after they get given the runners-up.
Yeah, it's a common occurrence now. They don't want to hold that one on the necks for too long. I mean, it's a great achievement to make it this far. And when you do make it this far, you just sort of want to go that extra step and win it. So just that reminder of not winning it, you just want to remove it as quickly as you can.
It does sting. You can see Jason Trimboli there. See just how disappointed he is. But they can be very proud of what they've achieved this season. And I think these two sides, from what we've seen tonight, look like they'll be in decent shape for the NPL next year.
Yeah, I think both of them will be. You've got the Burke side, the Birkalla side, they've got a little bit more youth on their side than what White City do, but the White City players have just got that experience of that level.
Yeah, you mentioned Jace Cummins, the late substitute as well. And I just heard there, Kyle Michael is our State League 1 Grand Final man of the match. The Panenka will be forgotten about, I'm sure, now after he scored that goal.
I don't know if it will be. I think I have to remind him about that one.
Yes, but he just like Mark Talbot, now has a player of the match medal in a grand final.
Apart from the penalty, the effort there, he did have a good game. He caused the Birkalla defence all sorts of problems throughout the game.
Held up the ball very well, didn't he? get him to speak again. It's all about the players for him. After 6 years of 6 grand finals lost, he's finally done it.
He has. It's been a long time coming. He's been a coach around the track for a long time. I think we just found the favourite player for White City there, Maxinopolis. He's come through the junior ranks going from memory as well.
Yeah, it's great to see a few of the juniors come through. Jordan Puddler, he was terrific tonight, wasn't he?
He was excellent. He was really good, very calm. There's such a good relationship between Puddler and Tobias, as we said earlier. They've just got a really good understanding. They've both been around a long time, and you can see that the way they play.
And, Shane Tobias about to collect his medal. He said, brilliant, and just stepping onto the podium now, you know very well.
Jace Cummins. Yeah, it'd be interesting to see if he takes a step up next year. I hope he does, because he's just such a phenomenal player. But whether his body can do it again, only he can decide that. I'll maybe try and catch up with him again after and find out.
10. There's Damien Murray. He's trying to, I think, hold that smile in, but it definitely would be very sweet after all those grand finals filled with disappointment.
Exactly right, and the fact that he can make it right from last year as well with that loss to Sturt, it just goes to show that he's just a great coach at this level and the NPL level, that he can get teams to the finals so often.
Absolutely, definitely an icon. You can hear the crowd here in full voice. Most of the crowd has stayed here because they're mostly White City supporters that have turned out tonight. Come out in numbers, and they're about to do the thing they wanted to do so dearly. And it's going to be a dual trophy lift. Nugent's up there, Tobias up there, and even Jace Cummins and Damien Murray. It's a quartet of experience and really legends of the game here in South Australia. That is a great shot, isn't it?
It is a great shot. Hate to think how many games are between those 4 players there.
Even Timmy Pepas, our stats genius, might not work that out. And they lift the trophy. And there it is, White City, your 2021 State League 1 champions. White City, you can see those experienced heads in the middle there. It's brilliant to see them get to lift that trophy, isn't it?
It is excellent. Now they've all got the mascots come out to celebrate with them. And funny enough, you look at who's leading them out. It's Shah, who's been at the club such a long time. He gets those juniors in and goes, come on guys, you come and celebrate with us. It's great to see.
Passing the baton as they lift the trophy. See Jonas Sally in there, the assistant coach as well. Sure, he'll be an excellent coach in his own right. Eventually, he's had a lot of experience, spent a bit of time in China. He's an assistant coach as well, I believe. What a scene there. They'll party long into the night. White City, our State League 1 champions. The Jace Cummins holding the trophy there. And they will get a shot. They will get their photos with it. And it's been a brilliant night here once again at the Velo Football Centre. Thank you so much for joining us. It has been a terrific atmosphere. Thanks once again to Mark Talbot for joining me in commentary.
Thanks for having me. It's been great 2 nights, and tonight just topped it off. And then we've got the finals tomorrow.
Yep, don't forget to tune in again on NPL TV, Facebook and YouTube tomorrow night for the NPL Grand Final, the NPL Women's Grand Final on Saturday. And as we get a final beer skull from Jordan Puddler, that will send us off on the right note. That will continue long into the night, I'm sure. On behalf of Football South Australia, all the team here, Mike Tapper and myself, Lucas Ronaldo, it's good night from the Velo Football Centre.
Welcome to Boral Connects, a new way of doing business with Boral that has been designed to improve your customer experience while saving you valuable time. We've undertaken extensive research, interviewing customers about the highs and lows of dealing with Boral concrete. Based on this feedback, we've developed some exciting new solutions that will give you greater visibility and control over your concrete orders and deliveries. Our aim is to provide you with near real-time delivery information and transparency of your concrete orders. Placing a concrete order has never been so easy. Follow the simple prompts and order your concrete at any hour of the day. Whether you're on the job site or in the office, you now have the ability to see all current and future orders online. You can now confirm or cancel your order online without having to call our service centre. You can also see when your concrete delivery will arrive on site, which trucks are in transit, when trucks are scheduled for delivery, and be notified when your first truck is leaving the plant. Electronic dockets can be accessed as soon as your truck arrives on site. All of your docket history can be found via our Dockets dashboard, giving you the option to download in bulk or individually as a PDF or CSV file. These are just a few of the exciting new features we're offering, and there's still more to come. Signing up to Boral Connects is easy. Visit boralconnects.com.au.
Every game, an insurance claim, every investment protected and repairer selected, every rescue and every brand new, every trip and travel tip, every tradie connected and every unexpected. Every day, everything we do helps our members at home, on the road and on holidays too.
Keep on moving on.